too quick. People are being encouraged to terminate. There's a new blood test coming out where parents can find out at 10 weeks if their children have Down syndrome. And immediately they feel like they have to know so that they can terminate and move on. Too many times when doctors, and from the new moms that I've spoke to, when they get their diagnosis in the same sentence, your baby has Down syndrome, when do you want to terminate? From their primary care doctor. Sad. Sad.
I found out 13 weeks into my pregnancy that the baby would have Down syndrome, and we got a 3D photo of my daughter with her little hand over her eye, and I swore she was saying, "Don't cry, Mommy, it'll be okay." And in that moment, I realized how much I wanted her, and that I would never doubt again. And I didn't. I never looked back.
So we found out when he was 12 days old that he had Down syndrome. So there was a lot of tears. There were a lot of tears. There were a lot of shutting in the bathroom. Hopeless, the hopeless feeling. This was our first baby. It was my parents' first grandchild. You know, you take a couple days and you get it out and you move on.
When the doctor came and told us, he was actually holding Donna. And he's like, "Do you know what you have here? You have a child with Down syndrome." And he's like, "Did you guys have tests? Didn't you guys know?" And we were like, "No, we didn't have any idea, you know? But what does that mean?"
It's me for Mommy, Donna, it's me for Daddy. Well, I forgot.
With Down syndrome, it's an extra chromosome. So how I explain it to Donna is that you get 23 chromosomes from Mommy, and 23 chromosomes from Daddy, and an extra special chromosome from God.
So much of what's out there right now with Down syndrome is very scary to new parents. There are people out there to help you, and there are people out there to love your kid and support you, and you don't have to be alone, you know.
Once Donna came home and, you know, we were playing with her and we were seeing what actually she could do. It was a very short journey to say, okay, you know, this is fine. I mean, she has tantrums. Well, my older children have tantrums, and, you know, she has, you know, maybe some difficulty learning certain things. Well, we all have difficulty learning certain things.
She is just our pride and joy, my husband and I. I mean, literally every day we look at her and just think she's just such a magnificent creature. I've been just joking around about it, that if it wasn't for her almond eyes and her blood work, I would think that she was faking Down syndrome.
He's everything, you know, he's my man. He's my main man. And, you know, at night I kiss him on the head and I say, I love you too, Mommy. That's all I need, you know? So, yeah, there aren't even enough words.
Donna's priceless. She just constantly shows us how she can accomplish tasks with her strong will. And when she does it, everybody is happy. You know, it's like it's not just her victory, it's everybody's victory. And she is so proud.
I'm walking on the bright side of the street, glowing in the gold light of the sun. I'm walking on the bright side of the street, glowing in the gold light of the sun.
When you have a special needs child, you have to kind of chunk it down into bite-sized pieces. And that's basically what we do.
God made the moon and the stars.
She can do just about anything she puts her mind to. It just may take her a little bit longer to get there, but she gets there in the end.
If there's anything that I could say about Donna, is that she has taught us unconditional love.
My family is Mommy and Daddy. It's the best friends.
Aww.
You don't start with you need to do this. You know, call early intervention. You need to line up a cardiologist. You start with, this is my son. You know, would you like to meet my son, and would you like to watch him play, and would you like to see how he eats and, you know, what he does? And then you move on to those, okay, you know, maybe call this number, here's a good resource, here's a good physician, but meet him and see all of his wonder and see all of his joy, and then you'll know.
I have a new parent contact, which totally gives me joy. It allows me to bring hope and encouragement and education to parents that feel like they had no hope.
The advice I would give to parents who know in utero that they're going to be blessed with a baby with Down syndrome, and it's truly a blessing. It doesn't feel like it at first. Don't feel guilty for the emotions that you're having. Talk about them. It's okay for them to be out of your head, but I would encourage them to talk to other parents of children with Down syndrome.
It's not a disappointment. It's a blessing. They can enrich your lives more than you know, more than you can imagine.